Well, welcome back to the garden here at Blakeney, Gardener's Cottage. And what a difference a bit of warm weather's made for us this week. Just look at this crabapple, fully exploded into flower, and the buzzing from all the bees and other insects feeding off this nectar is really spectacular this morning. She's enjoying herself. I don't know what she's found to eat here, but she's taken herself to bed in the snowdrops and having a good chew on something. This is really looking nice now under this little gated and sheltered aspect under the crabapple. We've got this honesty just flowering away beautifully, just picking up the colour here along the front of the cottage. And it's picked up again on the side of the driveway with the hollyhocks really coming into their main growing season now. And then we've got it planted and scattering itself with comfrey in the area under the pine trees, which is really starting to look lush now. We've taken the canopy right up here last year, and the light that's hitting the floor is now really benefiting the plants that we've got in this area. And as you make your way round into the little courtyard at the back of Gardeners, the scent just hits you first off. And just look at this wisteria flowering with the marigold on this sunny aspect. It's just coming into its full flower now. Beautiful. You can see why it's called marigold. Buds opening on this glossy green foliage with those red tinges on the outer aspect, and exploding into these very loose flowers of a beautiful rich buttercup gold, and plenty of them around this aspect where we trained this over the patio windows here in the courtyard. Probably only around a week off this Banks lutii exploding into colour here on the front of the cottage, and also just next to it the growth on the standard rose that we've got here, which is Gertrude Jekyll, already with some decent bud formation on, but some beautiful healthy young foliage. And the underplanting again repeated with that honesty, which is so beautiful at this time of year down the front of the cottage. In the back of the garden it's really turned to a lush green planting. We've got honesty, we've got a whole mix planting here, all self-seeded and all giving this beautiful lush, almost tropical feel with the birdsong in the background here. Canopy's starting to fill in now under this Amelanchier. Cherry in the corner, almost finished but still holding some of its blossom on that upright. The flowering weeping pear just about finished for the year with a little bit more honesty in the front. And then the lilacs are just about to start on the back wall. Just look at this colour already coming on this bud. It's about to burst forth. The scent off the lilacs will be spectacular. More honesty planting along the base of this wall with the large white globe haliums just coming through to do their thing over the next couple of weeks. And on the back, the pure white clematis just budding up and starting to show a little bit of colour. All the promise of that yet to burst forth, and it's right the way up into this mirabelle tree above me. So we'll see how that opens up over the next few weeks. Just look at the bud that we've got on this aspect, should be good from the cottage. We've got a perennial wallflower that every year just comes out through from this wall at the top and flowers doing its thing. And this should be followed on with the climbing iceberg rose, which again is looking very healthy, but no sign of large buds forming on that just yet. But we're only a couple of weeks off the rose season starting, and when they do, this garden really comes into another element with the flowers exploding from the climbing and standard roses that we've got planted around this garden. So looking forward to that over the next coming weeks.